Alright, boys and girls, good morning. Today we will figure out how to find a missing side length when you know the area. Take a look at this problem. How many cupcakes are on the pink square? The line. How do you know? Okay, did someone do something different? Hayden. Counting. You got 9. Did someone do something different? You didn't do anything different. You don't have to raise your hand. What did you do? You did addition. Very good. Yes. You had what, everybody? Rows and columns. Awesome. Did everybody get 9? Did anybody get anything different? So, if we agree, can I see it by show of hands? Awesome. Let's take a look at this one this time. Okay? If each cupcake represents a square unit, how many square units cover this flat surface? Zach? Very good. Anybody get something different? Okay? Does everybody agree? So what did you do, Zach, to get that? You knew there were 9. You knew that each one represented a square unit. Therefore, you had 9 square units. Very good. Awesome. All right. So today we're going to review. We talked about area. Area is the number of square feet to cover a flat surface. The measurement of the space inside an object. That's where we saw our arrangement work with the rows and columns. Okay. So then we're going to do a couple of activities and practice a little bit more with that. Okay. So we have learning targets, as we do every day. We're learning to find the area of a rectangle. We're learning how area can be found by multiplying the dimensions of a rectangle. And when you leave today, the success criteria says you're going to be able to determine the size of a rectangle when you're given the area, as well as be able to determine the area of the rectangle is. Okay? So let's look at this first activity. It says if the area of a rectangle is 16 square inches, what could the side lengths be? Please take a moment and count you out 16 tiles and push the other side. 16 tiles. Those 16 tiles represent area. Please take a moment and build me out a rectangle using only those 16 tiles. Remember, they must be evenly around. Once you get your answer, please give me a thumb on your chest to say you're finished and that you have a solution. Remember that with the tile baby, they have to touch. They must touch like this. There's no spaces in between. Okay. They have to touch just like this. Touch, okay? Very quickly. You gotta be quick. You gotta touch. Very good. Okay. Even if I should each other. Side with each other. 1 row of 16. What'd you get, Ava? Two columns of how many? 2 columns of 8. 2 rows of 8, okay? 2 rows of 8. 4 rows of 4. Awesome. 4 rows of 4 and, well, you got somebody throwing in the ditch, can't throw it right your way. So look at that again. I got to rearrange it. They all have to be evenly set out. So just don't tear it apart. What can you move? If that didn't work, let's move something and put it in and see if it makes it fall in place. So line it up. You want it to be even. Okay. So two rows of eight. Everybody agree? Okay, we got some different ones. We have 2 rows of 8, 4 rows of 4. We had 8 rows of 2, and we had somebody do 1 row of 16. All right. We good? Everybody agree? All right, let's try another one. All right. You have 16 right now. Count your 20 more for a total of 36. You need 36 tiles altogether. Now 20 more. Do your picture like it is and just add 20 more to it. Now, there's a trick to this one, so everybody look at me for just a second. Everybody look up for just a second. This time we have a square. What do we know about a square? All the sides are equal. They're the same, like a 2 by 2, a 4 by 4, an 8 by 8. So count out 36 tiles, and I need a square made, not a rectangle, a square made. Take what you have and put it on the end. I need the same number all the way around to make a square. Count 36 tiles, baby. That's 36 you got right now? That's more than 36. All you need a total of 36. Make sure you only have 36. You shouldn't have all these. Just count 36. And then put the other back in the pile so it won't confuse you. All you need is 36 total. 36 total. You get your answer, put your thumb, shows me you have it. Let's try it from the size of the one. Find your difference. Keep them behind you. Add them to that. Add another row of top. Let's try it. If you tried like a 4 by 4 the last time, try something different this time. I need a square. Remember, a square, they all have to be the same all the way around. All the way around, they have to be the same. That's 30. I need 6 more. So that's 6 more layers. Okay, very good. Check your partner for me. See how he's doing. Got yours? What'd you come up with? You want help? Good. Come on, help me. 6 rows of 6. And how'd you come up with that? Just took your 36 and did what? You just counted. Okay. Check with your partner and see if you can help your partner figure out what she's doing wrong. Come on. You're doing peer help. Okay. What we got? Hey, you sure it's 36 counts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 in a row.
I don't think this is good.
You got 5 more. That's more. I need to be an equal square. So I have 6. Look, this is 6, and this is 5. How many do I have right here? What's 6 times 5? That's 30. How many more do I need? So put me 6 right here for that row of 6. So if I have 36 tiles, the first thing, if I tell you how much my area is, all you need to do is count out 36 tiles. That's it. Y'all are not counting your tiles out. And we all know how to count, right? Yeah. All we need is 36 tiles. That means I've got to take those 36 tiles and break them apart so I have a square. How do you start with that? What numbers you know 1 to 36?
6 times 6.
Boom! You already know that 6 times 6 is 36. Is there any other number that I can square by itself and get 36?
No.
No. I can do 9 times 4, but is that a square or a rectangle?
Rectangle.
Rectangle, okay? I can do 12 times 3. Is that a rectangle or square? Square, because one side is longer than the other, okay? So good job with those that broke it down. Can you tell me, I counted my squares out until I got to 36. Okay? Over here, you miscounted, and that's okay. But just be careful when you count them out. Start with the number they give you for the area, and then you have to think about when I multiply, what numbers can I multiply it's the same number that will give me 36. It goes back to our multiplication. I know we're working on that, and that's okay. We're going to get it, okay? So no frustration. Everybody with me? Okay? Number back in your pile. So let's, one more, and then we're going to play a little game. Okay? This time, I don't want you to build it. I want you to just look at this for a second. If I have a rectangle that has a side length of 4, think about it. The side length is 4, and I have an area of 28 square feet. What is the length of the missing side? What do I ask myself?
What is the length of the missing side?
Okay, that's the question I want to answer. But what do I know?
That
Okay,
is 20.
I know, Kalani.
That is 28 square units altogether.
Okay, so I know it's 28 square feet. What do I ask myself? If I know that one side is 4, how can I determine the other side?
How about multiply?
Multiply by what?
4 times 7.
How do I know?
Because 4 times 7 equals 28.
What else can I do? What else can I do? Think about it. What else can I do? I told you what one side was, right?
Yes.
So with your partner, look at this. Take 4 tiles and put them in the middle, right? Take 4 tiles. Together. Y'all can do this part together. 4 tiles. Now that means they all gotta be in a row, Kaden. They're all in a row. They're all in a row. One row. Okay? Build me another row of 4. Come on, Ava. You're over here with him.
Right.
Give me another row of 4. Okay? When I say build me another row, it has to touch. Now how many do you have?
20.
You have 20. Everybody got 20?
Yeah.
Okay? Give me another row of 4. Because each time, I think Kalani said it best. She said we're added addition, right? Repeated addition. We're adding 4 each time. So far I've added 4 how many times? How many rows of 4 do you have?
6.
You have 6 rows of 4. 6 times 4 is what?
24.
24. So how many more rows do I need? One more. Show me one more row of 4. Now how many do I have? 28. Okay. So does everyone see that I have 28 square feet and I have 7 rows of 4? Does everybody see it?
Yes.
Okay, does it make sense now? So if you know your multiplication, it's really easy to multiply your rows and columns. If you don't know your multiplication, what am I going to do? I'm going to count out my numbers and see if I got 28 tiles. And I'm going to make them into rows and columns until I use all of them up. Can't be one sitting over here by itself. They have to go together. Okay? How we doing?
Good.
So let's play a quick game. Okay? This game is called Math with Someone. Okay, so let me explain how we're going to play this game. My document camera's not working, so forgive me. I'm going to do the first one with you, okay? And this is how you play it. One of you, well, you both have a sheet of paper. So one person gets a sheet of paper. You have grid paper like this. And I'm seeing y'all guess my number. Kind of give it a little bit. I will say, I'm going to draw a picture. One of my side lengths is 3. Okay? So, one person is going to, you got to draw it now. I'm going to tell you what to draw. My side length is 3. And my area is 15. It's 15. Okay? So, I'm going to have you guys, you're going to turn your backs to your girls. They're going to draw. I particularly did this for my girls and my guys. They're going to draw a picture. They're going to tell you what they're doing. They got, my side length is 3. My area is 15. What's my missing side? Can you tell me? How do you know?
Because 5 times 3 is 15.
Very good. What else could you tell me? Let me did somebody else do for me, Ava. Thank you, Delmar. Where's it?
5 times 3.
But what can you tell me? She told me 5 times 3. But what else can you tell me about this picture? I told you what one side was. How else could you figure it out without you looking at this?
You could count.
Count. What else?
I can multiply by it.
Do your rows and columns multiply, okay? So they're gonna draw a picture and they're gonna have it listed like this. And you gotta find that missing side, okay? But I'm gonna put them up on the board and everybody's gonna do it at the same time, okay? So I need my guys to cover your eyes. You're gonna build this picture now that they give you. You're gonna build the picture that they give you. They're gonna build the picture that they give you. So I want you to listen carefully, and then when they finish drawing their pictures, you're gonna open your eyes and you're gonna build the picture. Okay? Ready? Okay, girls, this is your first problem. Oh, this is mine. The problem says, I am a rectangle with one side length of 6 and an area of 24. I need the girls to draw me a picture of what that looks like. One side is 6. So what you're going to do is you're going to count out 24 squares with a side being 6. Okay, put a box around your picture once you get it and shade it in. Alright guys, cover your faces. I need you to build me a rectangle that has one side that is 6 out of 24 tires. Quickly. You best stand up and start again. Come on, baby, we don't have all day. Come on, sweetie. You got this. Y'all are overthinking. You have to overthink. It's okay, it's not perfect. All right. All eyes on me. All right, so what did you come up with? 4 rows of, what did you come up with? 6 rows of 4. What did you come up with? 4. 6 6 rows of 4 because 6 times 4 is 24. Y'all, you're overthinking. The key thing is, whatever I tell you the area is, that's how many tiles I'm going to have. When I give you that, if they give me one side, the key thing is to know, okay, well, how many groups of the side they give me can I be allowed to use all of my 24 tiles? So you have 4 groups of 6, or 6 rows of 4 that you could have put in that picture. Ladies, show your pictures to your partner. And that's what they did. Okay? Now, I'm going to do one more round. This time, give your paper to the guys. And girls, you're going to close your eyes. Okay? So I need you to listen to me because you're going to build the picture out next. Ready? Okay, guys, y'all ready for your problem? Okay, guys. We have a rectangle with one side of 5. One side of 5 and an area of 45. So what's the first thing you need to do? Count you out how many tiles on that grid paper? Count out 45 first. With at least one side being how many? Don't, you're not building, you're just drawing. They're going to build, remember? The side has to be how many? 5. So count out increments of 5 till you get to 45 and draw your rectangle. That's 45? Put your box around those. Okay, turn it over. You get your box, turn it over. All right, Kalani, you can start building yours. One side is 5. Count. Okay. There you go. Shade your box. All right, y'all, you can build yours. Show your picture over. Yes. Mm-hmm. You got yours? Okay, turn it over. All right, Ava, you can build yours. Size of 5 with a total area of 45. What am I going to start with? What am I going to start with?
1.
What am I going to start with? I need to do what first?
Count.
I need to count out how many? Tell me. Ava? Ayana, how many I need to count out? 45. That's the first thing you start with. Count out your 45. Push the rest away. And then what one of the sides have to be?
5.
Okay, so I'm counting in increments of 5. Okay. Try to do it under each other because you're doing increments of 5 instead of going this way or down. How many do you have now? Count by 5s, baby. Get your another one. You shouldn't have to count them individually. Count by 5s. And do 2 more. So 5, 10, 15. Give me another row of 5. Okay. What did you get? You have 5 rows of what? Very good. 5 rows of 9 to give you my 45. Awesome. Good job. Sure you remember? And he has the pictures. Good job. So this is actually we're gonna put in the station that y'all can actually play. Now that you know how to do it, your teacher's gonna start using this proper station that y'all can actually play. Okay? So since you are already finished, I'll go ahead and let you get started. Work on those 2 problems. Go ahead and work on those problems. Alright? So can you answer that? I have one group that's finished. Come on, wait, baby. Okay, count by 5s. Count by 5s because you're doing it in increments of 5. 5.
10, 15, 20.
Give me another group of 5. How many is that now? 5 more from 20 gives me what?
24.
Okay. We're still trying to get to 45. And that makes?
25.
That makes 30 now, right? That's 30. We just had 25. And that makes 30, and now this is what?
35.
Okay. And that makes?
35.
That makes 40. This was 35 right here. That makes 40. I need 5 more. Done, Ava? And how much is that?
45.
Okay, so now I have 45. So what does that make? How many rows of what? 9 rows of 5. Very good. We'll talk about it in just a second. Go ahead and start on your activity here. Each one needs 3 questions to answer. We'll come to you in just a second. What we got, Ava? 9 rows of. Very good. Awesome. Okay. We're gonna work on this. Everybody stop for a second. Let's go over this, and then you're gonna be working on 3 problems on your own for independent practice. Here, if one side is 5, that means I'm going to count by 5s, yes? That's the quickest thing to do. To count by 5. So count with me up to 45. 5,
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
So how many groups of 5 do we need to get to 45? 9. So you should either have 9 rows of 5 or 5 rows of 9. How we doing?
Good.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Now? You just break it apart. All you're doing is still utilizing your multiplication facts. And we're counting the number that we have and determining if I give you one side, thinking about your multiplication, you should be able to find the other side. Okay? I want to just do a quick check. If I said I have a square of 25 is my area. If it's a square, what do we know about a square?
All sides are equal.
All the sides are equal. So if I have a square that's 25 and one side is 5, what's the other side?
5.
Awesome. What about if I have a rectangle that has an area of 18 and one side is 3? What does the other side have to be? 6, because
3 times 6 equals 8.
boom, you got it. You got it. See, and you're smiling, so now you're starting to figure it out. Light bulb went up there. That's all we're doing is multiplying, yes? Because that's how you're doing the area. If you're counting, if they give it to you, if they give me one side, I should be able to find out. Let me give you another one. Let's think. 30. If I have an area of 30, tell me one way I can draw that rectangle with 30 as my area.
10 times 3.
10 groups of 3. What's another one?
5 times 7.
Think. Is 5 times 7 30?
5 times 6.
Very good. Thank you for rechecking yourself. 5 groups of 6. Give me another one. Go ahead.
10 groups of 2.
15 groups of 2. Another one. And you just like doing this. You should have gave this to me from the beginning. 1 group of what? 1 group of 30. Because every time you do your 1 group of 30. Is there another one?
2 groups of 15.
2 groups of 15. So I have a different way that I can do a rectangle. Okay? Totally okay. Just keep in mind, when I'm trying to find the area of a rectangle, I have a variety of different ways I can do a rectangle. But when I have a square, there's only how many ways? 1. Because whatever that side is going to be for all the sides. Okay? All right, I'm going to give y'all a few minutes. Answer those 3 questions for me real quick, and then we'll be done for today. Answer those 3 questions for me real quick. Do y'all want me to go through with you orally? You got it? Let me see if you got it, girlfriend, because I know you do. Okay? Okay, look at it again. 36. I want to know what the answer. Answer the question. So let me pull this up so we can go over this together. I want to make sure y'all got it. Okay, these are the questions you're going to look at. It's important that I want y'all to remember something. When you're looking at circle what's important, okay? The first one says the 3rd graders are painting 1 foot wide strips on the classroom wall. The wall is 6 feet tall. So I'm going. This is what I want to help, so y'all can help yourselves with this one, okay? Keep in mind that when they give you something, it's important to pay attention to what's given. I have a 9 feet wall that's tall, and I have 36 as my square feet. So they gave me the area, didn't they? And they gave me what one side is. I want you to tell me what the other side is. You got to draw a picture if you need to, but I don't think you need to. Just tell me what the other one is and why. If you give me the multiplication problem, that's fine. If you draw me an array with it, that's fine. But I want to know how you got your answer. So answer those 3 questions for me. Circle what's important so you have it. Okay? Circle those 3 questions so you have it. We got about 5 minutes. Time is going by. About 5 minutes. Okay, good luck. One more time to do it. Write your name in the paper. Alright, so let me hit one question real quick. How can you find the missing side lengths when you know the area? If I give you area, who can tell me how I can find the other missing side? If I give you 36 and I say one side is 9, how can you find the missing side?
Multiplying.
By multiplying, figuring out multiplication, what number I can multiply to get their answer.
Repeat addition.
Do a repeat addition for that number, something I already know. What else can I do? Kaden? Count them out. Okay, so I use all of them up to give you that area that I need. Okay, that's how we can find our missing side. Are there any questions? Y'all did really, really well today. Okay, any questions? All right, so let's see how well you did and what you learned. Okay,